Striking Scorpion 82 is sponsored by VoxLink. The VoxLink app pulls all the amazing elements of our hobby into one place. Browse your favourite gaming content, keep up to date with tournaments, hobby classes, conventions, both local and further abroad, and link up with fellow gamers near you. Filter by game and distance, tailor what you want to see, and link up with who you want to play. Don't get isolated from your comrades, battle brother. Use VoxLink to stay in the fight. VoxLink will be free to download and use, and at this pre-release stage you can keep fully updated on developments by following the Kickstarter campaign. This pioneering app is set to take the gaming community by storm, so be the first in line for VoxLink. Link in the video description below. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2000 points, Challenger Scorpion, at Orks against Imperial Fists. So mostly Imperial Fists, and I'm taking some of my Red Scorpions here to ally with them, but the whole lot will count as Imperial Fists for this game. Before I run through the list here for the Space Marines, I just mentioned patrons at gold level. They'll get their names shouted out during our game, and also Patronic dice to use at some critical point during the game. Silver level patrons, I'll call their names out at the end of the battle. And you can check out the end credits for all the Patreons, including those supporting a bronze. And the proceeds go to help support the channel and SSWG Wargames Club. Link for Patreon in the video description below. So for the Imperial Fists here, really happy with how these are turning out. These are being painted on commission by Siege Studios. So this is their work. You can check them out for painting commissions, but really excited here. The aim is to go for pure. It's 2,000 points Primaris Imperial Fist army. There's other units with Siege Studios at the moment, so looking to expand this army out. It's roughly at about short of 1,000 points, perhaps even smaller now with the points adjustments for Space Marines. But I've got an exciting list for these, and hopefully build it up, and we'll see 2,000 points of pure Imperial Fists. So for this list here, and I've drawn upon reinforcements from the Red Scorpions. Again, it's another army that I'm trying to push towards 2,000 points. Just going to merge these two forces together here for this game. So I've got a captain, just a regular Gravis captain here to match up nicely with the heavy intercessors. Then I have a lieutenant here. Then chaplain on bike, he'll be the warlord. Armor Indomitus for the warlord trait, so he gets an extra wound, 2-up save. And once per game he gets a 3+ invulnerable save, which can be activated. Imperium Sword, Warlord trait for him, so he can reroll his charges. And then on the charge, or if he heroically intervenes, he gets +1 strength and +1 attack. And then the listening that I've chosen for him is Mantra of Strength, so it's no idea is to give himself a buff to make him quite potent. Then Heavy Intercessors, squad of 5, one of the models taking the Heavy Bolter option. Then 2 units of Intercessors, 1 Imperial Fist, 1 Red Scorpions, full squads of 10, and I've given them auto bolt rifles for each of those squads. Then it's Executor bolt rifles and Executor heavy bolter is the option. It's the longer range, higher damage shots from the heavy intercessors. Then aggressors, squad of 6 of those being taken, taking the Dakar option there, the Fragstorm grenade launcher, and then the auto bolt storm gauntlets. An apothecary being taken just here. Redemptor dreadnought with the plasma, macro plasma incinerator in the fist option being taken for that. Got an armored ATV here, taking the multi-melter option for that. This is fast attack. Then I've got 2 squads of Inceptors here with their assault bolters, and then a squad of 3 Outriders here on their bikes, painted up for the Imperial Fists. And finally, for heavy support, it's a squad of 5. There's more on the way, but it's a squad of 5 Hellblasters being taken as well. So that's the list here for the Imperial Fists. So I've allocated out Phoenix Lords and Autarchs here. That's the high levels of support on the channel for YouTube channel memberships. Their support is much appreciated. It really does help the channel. Part of the perks for those 2 levels is unit allocations. Autarchs get allocated to individual models, and then Phoenix Lords to whole units. So BPP Wargaming here is going to go on the Outriders with Sergeant Moore, Autarch on the Biker Sergeant. Peter Grant going on to the Chaplain, the Warlord here for this game. Chris Comiskey, Captain Comiskey, onto the Imperial Fist Captain. Mephisto onto the Heavy Intercessors. Longbow BB onto the Dreadnought for this game. Ray Cross, something aggressive for him. So Aggressors, I think, suits quite nicely. So Ray Cross in charge of that squad with Midnight Miniatures for the Sergeant. Michael Fryer onto the Hellblasters. And Ed Farrow onto the ATV. That's the list here for the Imperial Fists force for this game. They are up against Orks here, so a fresh challenge here. It's Martin Crawley has brought his Orks along. We'll take a look now and see what he has in his list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Orks here. A new challenger on the channel. It's Martin Crawley. He's brought his Orks along. Here, we'll let him run through what he has in his list.
Okay, so I've got a 2,000 point Orks of Omen Orks list here, or as I like to say, an Orks of Omen list. I start off with the clan. I'm going with the Goths today, just to maximise the amount of hits I get. But in particular, this is going to be an offshoot of the Goth clan, known as the Killy Wreckers. Starting off, we have our HQs. That will be the War Boss, formerly known as Crumpus Splitskin, Chief Sogger of the Killy Wreckers. Pretty much he's the only HQ, but character-wise, we also have beside him, we have the Knob with Wa banner. He is Fampa Top Talker. He gets all the boys riled up for a good old scrap. We have 3 units of 20 Orc boys. We have a Big Chopper in one, Kill Saw in another, and a Power Claw in the last unit there. We have a unit of 5 Commandos. The Commando Knob has a Power Claw. Then we go on to the fast attack options, and that is the Orks of Omen option I've chosen for this detachment. Start off with we'll go with the Buggies. We start off with the Boomdaka Snazwagons. We have 3 of them. We have...
That's 1, 2, and 3, right?
That is the back 3 here.
Oh, sorry, right.
Yeah. A lot of great words for the Orks. Boomdaka Snazwagons there, just to throw petrol bombs everywhere. We have, in front of them, we have 3 custom booster blasters. Yep. And then to the left of them, we have 3 Megatrack scrapjets. They are the jet turbines on wheels. Immediately to their left, we have a unit of 5 Warbikers. The Knob on Warbike has the Power Claw, and he is also known as Breakneck the Splat. He slows down for no one, and he usually leaves them as a splat. Behind them, we have 3 Deathcopters. I've upgraded 1 Deathcopter for the Big Bomb, just to give that extra movement shenanigans, because they have the speed to do so. And last but not least, we have a unit of 15 Storm Boys, using the fast movement to get around the board. The Knob has a Power Claw and in Goths, I'm planning on the amount of hits I get on exploding 6s. They should do something. But yeah, that's an overview of the army. Hopefully it does well today.
All right, so 2,000 points of Orks here. It's a great looking army here from Martin Crawley. Looking forward to taking them on. I've got a feeling they're going to be fast moving across the board. A fellow Goths player as well. And perhaps, who knows, a distant cousin of Ripper? So there is a resemblance.
He's Ripper's mentor, I would say.
Could be, yeah. So sort of a faster paced cousin here of Gut Ripper.
Ripper, I am your father.
We'll see. One could be the master, one the apprentice. But fast-moving Orks here against, I would say, a slower-moving Space Marine force here. We've got bikers of our own, though. We've got 3 and a chaplain, against your stuff. So we'll see what happens. I'll call out Phoenix Lords here. We've just for fun, we've allocated them all to the buggies here in this game. So we'll point them out so they can each follow their vehicle around. Daniel Cunningham on this one. Nate Miller here. Lucas Brown on this one. Gut B. Across here, JP on this one, Ben Shaw, Vagabond, Amy Almo, and then Andrea Stur on this one just here. So they can follow their vehicle around, see which one or any of these survive to the end, and which ones can grab glory. We'll see. That's the list here for the Orks. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. All right, so we have a scenario just randomly determined here for the Orks Warhammer Grand Tournament book, Strike Force size games. It's Tide of Conviction. Deployment zones running across the board like so. Imperial Fists will be running across here, marked by the yellow dice, and the yellow dice across the other side, marking the deployment zone for the Orks. 6 objectives on the board. So home objective each in the middle, so this one here for the Imperial Fists and the Ork one just over there. Then there's 4 objectives in no man's land. I'll just point them out. One here. One which we've placed just on top of the warp portal across there. There's one just tucked in here, and the 4th one just at the foot of the statue. So there's a small rule here for the mission. Supply lines. If you don't control your home objective, you have to roll a dice on a 1, 2, or 3. You don't get your CP bonus at the start of your turn. So there's a small incentive there to hold on to the home objective. Then for the primary objectives here, turn 2 onwards, you need to control 2 or more objective markers, and that gets you 4 points. 3 or more is another 4 points, and if you control more than the opponent, it's worth another 4 points on top of that. And then turn 1 onwards, if you control any of the objectives in the opponent's territory, so that's over the halfway line. So, for example, for the Imperial Fist, that one, or that one across there, it's worth 2 points if you control any of those. At the end of the battle, big incentive to hold on to the opponent's territorial objectives. Each is worth 3 victory points, potential of 9 victory points available if you're able to get across the other side of the board and hold objectives. And I would say the Orks will be up for that with the speed. They could do that on turn 1. They could do it.
Yeah, potentially turn 1.
Yeah, okay. So that's a tasty amount of points. It fits quite nicely, actually, the narrative of the Orks with a big incentive just to push through and to go for the opponent's objectives.
It's the MO of the Killy Wreckers. So
that's the mission. Each of us will now choose 3 secondaries each next. All right, so secondaries here for the Space Marines. I've gone for Oaths of Moment here. Then bring it down for all those vehicles, including the copters as well. They're worth a point each. And there's 9 of the Buggies. And then each of those worth a point each. So there's just a large number of them. So if we can kill as many of those as possible, we can pick up points. And then behind enemy lines as well, if we can get it into the opponent's deployment zone. There's a tasty amount of points available for that. So that's secondaries here for the Space Marines. All right, then secondaries here for the Orks. Assassination's been taken. So Martin's put a price on the head of all my characters. And then Green Tide being taken as well. So that's large units of Orks in table quarters, which Martin's equipped to do that. And then grind them down here, destroying more enemy units in the turn. Picks up 3 points a time. If troops units are able to do it, Martin picks up a CP bonus as well. That secondary is chosen for both sides. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board. The challenge is if Martin can actually get his models into the deployment zone. We'll have to see.
I think I automatically win if that's the case.
Right, I just mentioned the battle mat and terrain I'm using in this game. So battle mat is from GameMat.eu. Cyberpunk here, it's one of the newer mats from them. And then I've taken one of their industrial terrain sets and also the warp portal individual terrain piece. And I've painted it up to match in with this terrain. You should see there should be a tutorial for that on the channel. So it comes pre-painted, then I've adjusted the paintwork on that to match in with the battle mat design. So industrial terrain sets, you get 4 of those, 4 of these, this large building across here, those boxes across there. You get some pipes as well in with that set. So you can check out gamemat.eu for your suppliers of battle mats and also pre-painted terrain sets. Link for them in the video description below. There's also a discount code for you as well. Alright, so we're just on deployment here. I'll call out terrain just whilst we're setting up here. So we're going to play this as obscuring, so the height of it. This L shape across here, just with the banner on top, we're going to make this obscuring. This structure here with the banner on top obscuring as well. Dense AdMech terrain for this one. And then the other structures that you see, and also these ones as well, are going to play as Munitorum armoured containers. So infantry, for example, could shelter behind and receive light cover. And then units that climb on top, it's going to be exposed position for those. Fence and pipes, just the usual -1 for movement, moving through. And that's pretty much it here across the board. So all these structures that you're seeing across here play as Munitorum armoured containers. That's terrain here for this game. Alright, so deployment's done. Martin's just putting down the last couple of HQs, and that's the Orks finished. So for Imperial Fists, Bikers on the right hand side here, ACV and Chaplain. Usually there's a semi-open flank for them to move around, but not in this game. It's Intercessors deploying here. It's aggressors along the front, the other squad of intercessors to their left-hand side. Cluster of HQs, there's a points grab available if Martin can get to these. Captain, Apothecary, and Lieutenant. Heavy intercessors here at the back, and then the Hellblasters are sheltering behind here. And then hugging the obscuring terrain for dear life is the Dreadnought, just on the left-hand side. I do have reserves. It doesn't cost any CP here. Deep striking in, they get to deep strike anyway with these, so it's the Inceptors, 2 squads. 3 of those deep strike in turn 2 onwards. Okay, then deployment for the Orks. Martin was able to do it. It's a bit of a squeeze here. So squad of boys is parked here at the back. Then Snazwagons.
Snazwagons,
on the left-hand side. Bikers across here. Storm boys sheltering behind the pipes. They're pretty well obscured. 2 squads of 20 boys and the characters in amongst them. So the War Boss and the Warhaga Banner. Devcopters on top, across here, ready to move out. Scrapjets across here, booster blasters over on the right-hand side, and no reserves there. Oh yes, Martin's just pointed out his unit has infiltrated up. Sneaking across here with the Commandos deploying further up the table, no doubt to be joined by their Orky friends quite soon. Okay, so I'm back round to the Imperial side of the board. Nothing else really to do but roll up to see who goes first. I think turn 1's going to be big. Here, you can expect the Orks to come forwards like an avalanche here.
We're going to stay back and let you come to
yeah, we'll fix bayonets and charge. We'll see what happens. We'll go on to the first turn, so we'll roll up. I'd imagine Martin will want to go first.
That's a 3.
It's a 3, okay.
Orc dice.
It's a 4, so we are going to get turn 1, but not going to get everything in range. Big question now for the Imperial Fists is, do they push forwards to let off a volley, or do they hold back? So there's some tough decisions to make here. But we'll go on to the first turn of the game.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, we'll hold our ground. I think we'll anticipate what the Orks will do. We'll go on to turn 1. Imperial Fists to go first. All right, so run turn 1 here. Just think about what to do with the fists. Martin's just told me that his orcs are undefeated so far, so he's just told me at this point here for this game. We'll see. I'm on a learning curve here with the Imperial Fists, so I'm sort of formulating a list for them. There is an army development video for them on YouTube channel membership, but it's a very nicely themed Imperial Fist sort of fortification sort of style list that's coming together. So the units that are done and finished, just watching those of interest, see how well they do, and then thinking about the units that will be added to the final Imperial Fist army. These units here, Aggressor's not planned to have those, not planned to have Hellblasters. It's other stuff coming in, so this is just sort of a makeshift army here and very much experimental at this stage. And great to have a challenge like this here facing a fast-moving Orc force. We'll go to the first turn of the game here for the Imperial Fists. We'll see what they can do. All right, so the Fist is done. We've gone, I'd say, aggressive enough. That could be. We'll get 1 turn of glory. We'll push around here with the bikers. The intent was to push through here and create a gap for him so he can get within range 24 of his multi-melter. It's ATV pushing forwards. Chaplain has granted Canticle of Hate to these. Going to be rolling their hit rolls for close combat. Move these out but haven't advanced. We're just short of that objective, but we've made it there with the intercessors. Heavy intercessors remaining where they are. Hellblasters have shifted across, just going 4 inches across from the barricade. Advanced with the apothecary to there. Aggressors advanced, command reroll, roll a 1, and then command reroll and got a 6. They've got themselves forwards to the centre of the board. And then Lieutenant, Captain, intercessors here pushing through the terrain, and they have now secured that objective there. And the Dreadnought shifting to his right to lend some firepower support in that direction. That's movement done here for the Imperial Fists. No psychers for either side. We'll go on to shooting next. Right, immediately 2 CP being spent here by Martin. It's a cloud of smoke, it's called.
Cloud of smoke. So this Megatrack Scrapjet unit is kind of winding up their turbines, probably overloading them, and so smoke is billowing out of there and covering the Death Copters and the custom booster blasters in toxic fumes.
Okay.
Bad for the Orcs, but worse for the Fists because they're now -1 to be hit.
Right, okay. All right, so some precautions being taken. Right, that's that done. We'll go on to the first unit to shoot here. So it's the aggressors here. They've pushed themselves forwards and advanced. It will be -1 to the hit rolls. 4 of them can see. These 2 can't. We've had to use that for coherency. But this one can see through here, and those 3. 18-inch range. That's the Bolt Storm Gauntlets, 2 each. And then the Fragstorm Grenade Launchers to blast D6, but they're going to max out with the size of the boys' squad. So actually going to get a fair amount of shots coming through. So we'll do, doesn't really matter which, but we'll do the gauntlets first. So looking for 4s. 6s are good for the Fists. We will re-roll our 1s for the Captain, which hasn't helped this time around. And then we'll take away the 1s, 2s and 3s. Those 6s, so we'll add in 2 more. And we'll try and wound on 5s and reroll 1s for the Lieutenant nearby. There's no minus going on, there's a 6 there. And so far, there's 5 saves to make. We'll do the other batch here. We'll do the Fragstorm Grenade Launchers as well. Our 6s won't pop, because this is not a bolt weapon. Okay. I'm getting it right here. There's lots of 1s though.
I have no idea, so I mean...
So we'll go with the Captain's rerolls here. I'm being taunted by the Orcs, but it happens. No, I'm usually the one that's doing the taunting, so we're looking for 4s. Okay, it's quite good. And then we're looking for
discriminate against killing biggies.
5s. That's from the Lieutenant. So we said 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not too bad. There's 8 saves to make here. So Martin will roll up here.
6 ups. Save 1.
Okay.
7 dead.
7 boys slain. It's a start. He'll take from the back, of course. He's taken large squads of boys that are designed to absorb damage through weight of numbers here. Okay.
Exactly.
Right. This is a start. We've brought down some boys. Next, going to switch to the Dreadnought. We'll go for... I'm going to pick Tyler Schwab for this one because he rolls 4 pluses. That'll be useful for number of shots and for hitting the target. So I'm going to fire the Dreadnought. Macroplasma Incinerator here. Going to fire at the Death Copters. Now, check the rules here. It's Devastator Doctrine. It's turn 1, it's strength 7 or more, and we're going against a vehicle, so we're going to get +1 damage. And then we're going to supercharge as well. It's potentially damage 4. If we can get hits and wounds against these copters, there'll be trouble.
Ramshackle does nothing.
So, number of shots. This is big here. We could potentially cause a bit of trouble for these copters.
Maybe if you roll good.
Yeah. Okay. Come on, reroll.
Don't be a 6.
A 2. There we are. We've doubled the... Oh, no.
100% 6.
Should have rolled an Imperial Fist dice. Yeah, okay. Right, so looking for 4s. Oh, man. Yeah. So we give ourselves a mortal wound.
Will they live?
Oh, dear. Right. Well, forget that one.
To be fair, I finished painting that unit, I think it was 2 days ago, so they're doomed to die.
Okay, right. At last. Failed with that one, giving ourselves a mortal wound as well. We'll turn to the heavy intercessors here, Mephisto's squad. So we'll go into the copters again with them. We'll turn to Imperial friends now, so we'll go to Andrew Swan for these shots. So some of these are going through the train, doesn't matter. They've got a -1 on them anyway at the moment. So looking for 4s. 6s are great. We'll reroll this one for the captain. It's captain himself in range. Okay, not particularly good.
It's well so far.
4s to wound. Yes, wound comes through. It's -2.
So that'll be 6 up.
6 up save. To block this one. No, okay. And then 2 damage becomes 1 damage for Ramshackle.
1 is down to 3.
Heavy bolter shots. The hit comes through. And the wound comes through. Interesting. Another save is 6 up. Okay, 3 damage becomes 2 damage. So 2 wounds taken. Hellblasters with their firepower. Going to go for the same target. Just single shots here. It's the rapid fire weapon. We're out of the rapid fire range. So we're looking for 4s. It's not bad. We're supercharging. Then we're looking for 3s. And this is quite good. I'll reroll the 1 for the lieutenant. That fails to go through. These are -4. The strength 8 is going to bypass Ramshackle on 2 damage at a time. So I think it's going to kill a copter and destroy another one. Okay, finally starting to bring targets down. It gives us a couple of victory points as well. No. Lieutenant, the Mastercraft Autobot rifle, same target. We'll try and get them here. So we're looking for 3s actually, because it starts at 2 up. Yeah. So 6 pops an extra, and no wounds. He doesn't get his own buff. Then we'll go for the captain of his firepower. Just the 1 shot from the captain. Looking for a 3. Looking for a 5. No, a 4, but we failed to wound. So that's him done. Right, next, Chris Heim firepower. So 30 shots, auto bolt rifles. We're going to go into the boys across there. We're in range 24, just about. So it's all of those. We're in the terrain now, so we're going to be hitting on, they didn't advance, hitting on 3s. 6s pop here, which is good. Warrior ones for the captain, in position to help them out a little bit. And that really does help. Oh boy. There's plenty of light cover on this board, but Imperial Fist is going to ignore that as well. So there's some pretty good buffs going on. We actually need to count out the 6s. So that's the extra hits coming through. So if your Goth's popping extra hits in combat, we pop in shooting, so it kind of balances out. We're looking for 5s to wound those, the problem. The lieutenant's on standby to help out. There's plenty of 1s here. Ooh. And it helps, there's some more come through. So there's no minus going on, so Martin will get his saves here. Alright, but we're looking at, I was going to say there's some models in cover, but it's not going to make any difference here. So we're looking at 13 at no minus.
13, 6 ups. You got this. I save 2.
Okay.
11 wounds.
Yeah, 11 wounds coming through. Ouch. Right, next, Drew Gums, firepower. Imperial Cadian player. Going to put it on these. Now, 6s will pop the hits, ignoring light cover, but no captain, no lieutenant nearby. So we'll just go for 4s. We're firing into the bikers. They have their natural built-in -1. 6s are good. There's a few. bad. Imperial Fist just letting off a volley here. They know that time will march on quickly here with the Orks coming towards them. So there's an extra, take that one away. It's an extra 7 being added into the pile. 5 to win though. Again, they're firing auto bolt rifles. That's dreadful. And it's terrible. 1. Ha!
That serves you right.
1 safe hit, and it's doable. It's 4 plus.
Orc dice.
Yeah, 4 plus to block this one. Some difference.
That's a 6.
Okay, blocked. Let's do the chaplain into here. Looking for 3s. 6 pops an extra. And 5s to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds come through, and these are -1.
-1, 6 up saves. So.
Yeah, okay. 2 wounds taken.
I will take the knob.
Okay. Yeah, we'll shoot some Dakar, I was going to say, some firepower into the buggies. So looking for, do they have any built-in minuses?
They're -1.
They are -1 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking at 4s, 5s, yeah, 2. 2 at -1.
Billowing fumes.
Nice.
2 at -1, 5 ups.
5 ups to block.
Nope.
Okay, 2 wounds taken. All right, next. The ATV, multi-melter shots, and it's twin auto bolt rifles, range 24, which is going to be in range as well. We'll go into that same squad. Michael German here for the Patronic gold level dice roll. Multi-melter first. Looking for 4s. Yeah, 4s. Come on. We've got 1. 3s to wound. Yep. -4.
Straight through.
Straight through. D6 damage. And it's 2. Okay.
2.
Yeah, 2. Command rerolls already been used.
So it halves the wounds of 1 buggy.
Oh, hang on a second. It could be +1 damage for Legacy of Dawn.
Oh, yeah,
Firing at a vehicle.
Yeah.
So add an extra 1 to that.
3. So it's down to 3. Okay.
Okay. Then some auto bolt rifle shots, need 4s. Add an extra 1 in. The 6 and then 5. Normal armor saves. God, that's strange. 4 saves. Yeah, 4 ups.
Oh!
Passed them all. Well
Right
done.
back at you.
Okay, well done. Okay, so shooting's complete. Can't really complain here. Imperial Fist firepower's been okay. Good shooting down the middle. Copters taking some damage. Ork Boy Squad's taking a hammering. But perhaps all we've done is create space for the rest of Martin's army to move.
You cleared the parking lot a tiny bit. Yeah.
We'll go on to... I need a unit of parking wardens. That should be handy here to issue tickets. We'll go on to charges next.
We have enough teeth to pay for them.
Bikers will charge with them. So Outriders going in, charge nice and straightforward. So you're looking at a base of 2, Space Marines on the charge, a chainsword, and then an extra 2 attacks for devastating charge. So it's a nice lot of attacks coming through. 3s to hit, 3 rollable for the chaplain with Canticle of Hate. So looking for 3s. So and we've committed this to Blood Angels Ryan here for a bit of close combat ability. So we roll these ones. Then 5s to wound. This is the roll, and it's okay.
This is the amount you kill.
Yeah, because AP -1.
Yeah.
I think we've done it. I think, yeah, we're looking at 5 wounds going through. So
That's a wipe.
tight enough, but we have cleared them out of the way. Consolidation, I think no. We'll put the brakes on at this stage and hold position where we are. All right, so yeah, we're not going to move forward, but those are going to hold where we are. At turn 1, not too bad here for the Fists. They push forwards, let off some firepower here and wiped out one of the infiltrating units here for the Orks. We'll stop at this point. We'll see if any points have come through, finish off the turn, bit of morale to resolve as well. Okay, so morale first of all. Fouled with the boys, but just lost the 1 model and then passed combat attrition with the knob. And then Martin did pay the 2 CP here to keep the copter alive. So it's got the copter rockets, potentially could do some damage with that, and useful to a fast-moving model on the board that can hold objectives and so on. So then points coming through. We destroyed a vehicle, so we've got a point for that. We'll find out later on if we manage to hold morale, which is a point available for that. And if we can keep the aggressors alive, they're all within 6 inches of the centre of the board, then 2 victory points potentially if they can hold there in the centre. And then no points picked up for objectives. We need to get to a territorial objective. That one across just on there, or that one there needs to be grabbed for us to pick up the 2 CP. So bring it down, 2 points picked up for that. So 3 points, potentially more come through here for the Imperial Fist. We've done the best we can. We'll now watch with anticipation to see how these orcs move across the board. We're going to their turn 1.
The horde will descend.
Coming up next, they don't just move, they have firepower of their own for sure. We're going to turn 1 for the orcs next. So turn 1 here for the orcs. A warg has been declared, pretty obvious that was going to go ahead, and that warg it's not a speed warrior, it's a normal warg, so it's going to affect like the infantry and the bikers. So big incentive here for that, with units such as the Storm Boys. They've advanced, have made it all the way across here, so their reach is fantastic. They're going to go after the aggressors. Boys squad, the fresh squad's rounded the corner and come up here. The lone knob's advanced forwards. He may well be used to absorb Overwatch.
He will definitely be used to absorb.
Okay. Then Dragster's pushing forwards across here. The Defcopter's just next to them on the left-hand side. Scrapjet, sorry, across there. Booster Blasters moving up on the right-hand side. We get an exhibition of their firepower here on this turn. Then Snazwagons moving up on the left-hand side. Boys pushing up just behind them. And then advanced move very, very fast here from the bikers, surging ahead as well. So that's the view from the Orcs Island now. This is what the Imperial Fists are seeing heading towards them. So it looks like we're going to see contact here quick enough.
They're knowing fear.
The price that we're going to pay here for pushing forwards. We're going to turn 1 shooting here for the Orcs. We'll see what firepower they have. Okay, so Martin's helping himself to Patreons here.
I've decided to go with Bjork the Zog Puncher.
Of course.
An Orc player, a man after my own heart.
Firepower here from the copter.
Copter into the intercessor squad, hiding.
Okay.
Cowards.
So are you going to max out here?
This is 2D.
It is 2D3, yeah. No,
it's minimum 3 on the roll, isn't it? So, so that's 4.
4 shots, okay. And it's going to be 6s for hits for the terrain. None. All right, so rockets have missed.
Range. No, 1 is out of range.
Just calculating range here and options.
Grab blast at 12 and then 6. Okay, we'll put all of the mech specials into the buggy, and we'll put everything else, including 1 round of burner bottles, into the Outriders.
Okay, right. This is the Snazwagons.
This is the Boondocker Snazwagons.
Okay.
So it'll be 28 shots with these 2, and 10 with him.
Right, so this firepower is going to be Patronic Dice Roll Dave Humphries here. Another Orc player. There's plenty of them stacked up to help out.
So this is the front 2 buggies first.
Okay.
Hitting on 5s. Okay. Decent spread for 5s, I suppose.
Now these orcs are, or these dice are a jumble of dice here, but it's very fitting for the orcs.
Oh, there's no cohesion.
It's dice
it works for us.
It's dice that Martin has pilfered from other players down through the years.
We have to take the teeth. It's all of this. Strength is 5, so 4's to win.
4's to win. So for each army he beats, he takes 1 of their dice.
5.
Okay.
5 so far.
Okay.
And then the last 10 shots from the guy at the back. 1, 2. 2 more, so 7 total. At 82.
And these are damage 2.
These are damage 2.
Yeah, I need help, said Pharaoh here, one of the Phoenix Lords. We've turned this sideways so that we can both struggle to read it instead of one not be able to read it.
Impossible for one.
I've used Blood Angels Run already. We'll turn to... You got these Orc players here. Longbow BB for help. And I need 5s. I really need a good roll here, or I'm going to be in trouble. We're going to go, because that's going to be 10 wounds. And even a command reroll is not going to do it. Target destroy. We'll see if we blow up. It's good shooting. No, but Buggies are gone.
Nice.
Ouch.
Split fire actually worked for once.
That's off camera. Number of shots, just a double 1 rolled.
2 for the petrol bombs. Okay, they hit on 5s. That was a big roll. So 1, and it is strength 4 on the bikes. So 5s. No.
Okay.
Next up, we have Let me see. Big shooters, and all the big shooters are into these guys.
Yep.
And I'm all within half range, so that's going to be 15 shots hitting on 4s.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, pretty good.
Cool.
And then 4s.
Yes, because they're strength 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. There's no minus, but there's going to be a few coming through here.
7.
7. 3 ups. Okay. 2 wounds come through.
And then the grot blasters. Come on, the grots. 1 hit. No wounds.
Okay. Right, bikers. 2 wounds put on there. ATV destroyed. It's not too bad. Good shooting there from the Snazwagons over on that flank. Okay, firepower from the booster blasters across here, going into
the intercessors.
Into intercessors just in there. -1 to hit. There's a large volume of firepower.
6s. Quite a good number of 6s.
Yep.
Nice. 2, 4, 6, 8 6s and strength 7.
Nice. 3s.
Oh. So that's 3.
Okay.
Just 3 at FE2.
5 ups. And we block none.
2 damage each.
2 damage each. Now, I do have an apothecary just here, so he might be able to help out with a bit of feel no pain. So just roll these up in pairs. Now, he's failed to help. He does help. And he's failed to help. All right. But that's 2 slain and 1 on a wound. 2 casualties marked up there, wound on another. Okay, next.
Next up is going to be the scrapjets. We are going to put the wing missiles into the hellblasters, and everything else is going into this unit of intercessors.
Okay. Now this is rockets. This is higher damage stuff.
Rockets, 3 damage each. You're still over 5, are you?
Uh-huh,
So
yes.
minimum. I'll do these separately then. So
Sure.
first round. Actually, it really doesn't matter. But anyway. So that is 6. 7 and 2, 4, 6. 6, 6 is 12. Plus 7. Okay.
Yeah, rolling up separate because of the blast and the bonuses coming through for that.
10. Sixes to hit. Okay. Strength 8.
Yeah, 2s.
That's all of them.
All of them.
Which is 5 at
-2, I'd imagine. Yeah. You'll need help here. We'll go for Carl Roden here. He's a Tyrannid's player, but a bit of tough jitting wouldn't go miss hit. Looking for 5s. Okay, we'll call upon the apothecary here. Otherwise, we're going to lose half a squad. Right, Doctor. Do your stuff. Failed. Next one. Just looking for 6s here. No. Just to try and limit the damage. No, come on. Yes, on that one. So it's going to be a wound on a model, and then the last one's going to go.
3 damage each.
Oh, 3 damage at a time.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So they all died, and the other one, I'd need to just roll a 6 here just to balance this out. No, so the casualties are going to go straight through. Okay, 7 casualties in total now. The squad, what's left of them, they're still on the objective, but they're taking a
next
battering.
up are twin big shooters into the same unit. These ones are going to be from the grots, so they're 4+, now down to 5.
5, got it.
Okay. Ooh. That was a bad roll.
Okay.
2 hits,
Threes.
3s, 2 wounds. Oh, sorry, there's another 5 there, dude.
3 in total.
Yeah, 3.
3 ups, wound taken.
Perfect, 1 damage. But with orcs, so hitting on 6s now.
Okay. What are these big shooters?
Big shooters.
Okay.
Twin big shooters.
6s now. These ones.
6s. And then 3s. None.
Okay.
Okay. Cheers.
Yep, wing missiles into the hellblasters.
1 hit. 2s. 1 wound, FE2.
Yeah, -2. Can't claim any kind of cover. So we're looking at 5+. We block that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, firepower's finished. here. It's been the Buggies providing some decent firepower support. So there's mech special guns. They're pretty good.
Mech specials.
Yeah, it was those that took out the ATV across there. And the rockets, we knew they caused some trouble, and they've virtually obliterated Intercessor squad across here. Apothecary's now got himself a full-time job in this game. We'll go on to charges next. With the Ork Warg being declared, there's some big charges potentially that can go ahead. Now, I've got 4 CP. There's Overwatch and Interrupt play available here, but Orks have the initiative at the moment with some charges coming up. All right, so charges going ahead. Quite eventful here. We'll call out what's happened. The obvious one, the knob to absorb Overwatch, which he did, and he died. He's gone. Paved the way for the Storm Boys. They've gone in. Oh, no, they haven't charged yet. Sorry. We're coming to that one. It's just a premonition of what's going to happen. Then Defcopter's gone in against the Marines across here. 2 CP being spent for a 3d6 roll here with ramming speed on the scrap jets here going in. Now, because Martin's used that stratagem, it's 4+ for D3 mortal wounds and 2+ for another D3.
Just 1 additional dice, though. So
right.
4+ for D3 mortals on the normal spiked ram.
4+ is a great.
And then a 2+
for another one.
Okay, so that's 3
D3 mortal wounds. Yeah, brilliant. You could get the wipeout if he rolls well, which he has maxed. Yeah, goodbye to those, unless we roll up some 6s. Wow. I think I can roll the whole lot together.
Yeah, because mortals transfer over.
We blocked 1. Great.
So 8.
They're dead. They're gone. Target destroyed. Run over. Splat.
Okay.
Yeah, this game's moving fast. These have swung in, destroyed these. Martin's now picked up grind. I failed to destroy a unit just with some... the boy squad gone.
Oh, okay. Remember, I also killed the buggy.
Got it right. Yeah. Okay. Got you. Now you got me. You're okay. And there could be more to come.
Although you could kill me on punchback. So.
Well, maybe. Bikers have gone in across here. This charge has been successful, and now it's the Storm Boys of their charge. Martin roll up here, but we know they're going in. And it's a 7, right? So in they go. Right, other charges going ahead. I'd sent the snaz wagons in as well, just to tie up the bikers, just to slow them down and hold them in that position. Bikers we've seen going in, and Storm Boys right in amongst the aggressors here, a swirling melee in the centre of the board. So pick a combat here, there's plenty to choose from. Alright, so I've paid 2 CP for transhuman on those, trying to help them out. Interrupt play, Martin's going first there. Minimal damage, I think, across here and here, so I'm rather going to try and preserve the aggressors as much as I can to give them the best chance. Oh, commit to an orc friend here, which there's plenty of them across here. You want me to pick one? Or you can pick one?
Dealer's choice.
Andreas Stuer, orc player. Necrons and Eldar, proper Xenos player here.
Come on, Xenos. 3s to hit, exploding 6s. I'm looking for 1s and 2s here. Oh, there's a 2 there. Pretty sure that's all the misses, and then 6s.
Add in, yep. That's Martin's jumble of dice. I'm not going to help him here. He can figure out what's going on. Okay, so he'll add in the 6s here for Goths. So it's going to be 4s to win instead of 3s. We'll see if this makes much difference. It'll help a little bit.
I'm going to roll these first.
So we're looking for 4s.
4s. AP -1.
It's -1, 22 saves in
and
total.
The knob has to go as well, but if you want to roll these now.
Yeah, no, we'll do this now, that's fine. So we're looking for 4s. I'm definitely going to go Patronic on this one. Marcus Anthony here. Imperial player. 4 pluses. We're going to be taking casualties here for sure. Whoa, we block those ones. And those. Those. Okay, so these go through. I'll feel no pain these for the apothecary doing his job. Box number 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 aggressors slain and a wound on another so far. Okay, so half the squad's slain.
Knob.
The knob here, big roll actually. Looking for 4s. 4s to wound, not 2s.
4 wounds.
Okay.
That's AP.
-3. It's power claw, isn't it?
Power claw.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Okay. 6s. Oh, we blocked 1.
And then just 2 damage.
2 damage. So a single 6 to try and keep model alive would be great for the apothecary. No, so he's managed to bring down a 4th one, which is this one here. Okay, so good work from the knob. Okay, heavy casualties, but target not destroyed. There's some fight back available with those. Still plenty of numbers though for the Storm Boys. And now you're boasting a 5+ invulnerable save because the warg's been declared. Yeah,
it's in combat as well, which is good.
Okay, so lining up attacks next for
with the warlocks.
Okay, bikers next. Right, Chris Comiskey here on the gold level Patreon dice.
Chris, I trust you. 3s.
So choppers first. Again, there's a claw to come at the end.
And then exploding 6s.
Ooh.
Okay. 3s.
3s to end, yeah. So coming in at strength 6 here.
That's very good.
Strength
2,
4.
6.
+1 for Goths on the charge, +1 for the warg. So strength
14
6.
at AP -1.
Right. Okay. 4s. Not bad. God, Imperial Fists, hold the line. Right, 2 casualties taken. We'll take those 2. I'll put a wound on another.
2 exploding hits. 2s.
Yep.
Come on. Okay.
5.
So 5 at EP3.
Yeah, just as I started celebrating, 6 is required, otherwise we're going to lose models here. Another 4 slain. The Nobs had a field day here. Oh, good attacking from him.
Yes.
All right, so a couple of bits to point out. The consolidation we've made here, just pushing into the fist as tight as possible. We're so close to the objective, but we're just off of it here, and the bikers just tapping in and trying to keep those Marines away. Charge we've made with him has been activated and pushed in to a couple of characters across here as well. And then we forgot to do this with Martin's pushed the Storm Boys into what's left of the aggressors.
Indeed.
Vehicles now, fighting against my bikers.
Next up are the Boomdocker Snaz wagons. Hitting on weapon skill 4.
Yeah.
But actually quite a few 6s.
6 is pop, yeah, great.
Strength of 5, so 4s.
4's to end.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oof, bad roll, just 4.
And any minus stuff going on with these? No, just wheels, driving them over.
Actually, they get +1 strength on the charge because of Goths, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been 3s, so that's
Sure.
2 more.
Okay. We've passed. We've taken another wound, but we managed to keep all 3 bikers alive. Okay, we'll take a deep breath and fight back here with what's left. We've got some units of... Well, I have kept the units alive. They have taken heavy damage for sure, apart from the bikers across here. But we'll now start fighting back. So fighting here with these. Space Marines being charged. So we're looking for 3s. 6s don't mean anything for close combat. Then we're looking for 5s for wounds, which we cause 2. No minus. Going on.
4 ups.
2 4-ups.
Oh, double 6.
Well done. Okay, so 0 damage coming in across here. Yeah, bikers across this still with the litany on them. So looking for 3s. Looking for 3s. Reroll wounds would have been useful. But anyway, that's the hits coming through, which is plenty. And then 5s to win.
Yeah, 6.
Whoa. Yeah. 8. 8 at -1. -1, yeah, on 8. Okay. There's potential to do something here. It's 5s, I think, is the
5s,
same.
yes.
5 wounds.
Yes. So you kill 1 and bring 1 down to 6 wounds.
Okay.
Does he explode? No.
No, all right. I think it's a 4 to explode those ones.
6, but they do more mortal wounds than normal.
Because of the petrol.
Yeah, exactly. They're full of it.
Now, we need to call out... I should have done this earlier on, so sorry.
Yes, sadly, Vagabond has gone.
Vagabond's gone. Oh, no, okay. And then JP's this one here.
Yeah.
And the other one is...
Benshaw.
Benshaw. And then in amongst the terrain across here, we have Daniel Cunningham led the charge.
He led the charge. He did most of the mortal wounds.
Followed by Amy Almo.
Yep. Andreas
Stewart.
We have in the custom booster blasters, we've got Gut B, we've got Nate Miller here in the extra customized custom booster blaster, and we have Lucas Brown here leading the charge.
Calling out the vehicles. All right, so 8 of them remain here, 1 brought down so far. We'll fight with aggressors next. Right, fighting with aggressors. Expect to do some damage. There's that 5+ invulnerable save though, which will help the orcs. So we're looking for 4s, fighting with the fists. And we'll reroll 1s for the captain, which does help. So I said 2s to win, but it's not, as Martin correctly points out. It's 3s to win, because the orcs there are toughness 5, so 3s. And rerolling 1s for the lieutenant. And out of that one. It is 6 though, and invuln save here of 5+ on 6 dice. Let's try and block.
Come on, Storm Boys. Saves 1.
This is 1, okay, 5 slain. But again, the numbers are there to absorb the damage. Next, the Apothecary. He's been contacted by the Storm Boys here, so we'll fight them. They've all hit, interesting. And then we're looking for 5s to win them. 2 go through.
On the Storm Boys, 5 ups, save 1.
Okay, 1 more casualty caused.
Right,
Martin's put it on the knob here to try and absorb the numbers coming through from morale. And then I can't, there's no further attacks against them anyway. Lieutenant across here, we're going to the Death Copter. Lieutenant, 5 attacks being charged, looking for 2s, looking for 5s, nothing from him. Okay, and I think we have resolved all the combats here across the board. Now, there's certainly some morale to resolve for the Space Marines, bit for the Orcs as well. Calculate points here on turn 1 as well. Okay, situation. Morale busted here, we just lost 1 model, but we lost a victory point then, because part of O's moment is not fanning morale. It's past morale, no morale, it's leadership 7, so the vehicles are fine. Storm Boys busted morale, lost 1 model, and then for combat attrition lost another, but they've still got, I think, 8 left. Aggressors rolled a 1, so past morale with those. That kept us there in the centre of the board, and we have picked up 2 points for that. And morale, no, other units need to take morale tests have died. Grind them down, picked up here for the Orcs. 3 points. Green Tide in 2 quarters it was achieved. So 6 points picked up for that, very tasty indeed. And 2 points achieved for grabbing one of my territorial objectives. So 5 points to 11. 11 points to the Orcs and 5 to the Space Marines. Orcs, higher damage. Space Marines holding, but casualties starting to mount early on. Martin's saying that what can happen with his list is it starts to run out of steam. But the question is, do the Space Marines have enough to counter-punch here and blunt this attack is the big question. This game is moving at a pace here. We knew it would happen that. I think the Space Marines pushing forwards has helped accelerate the battle as well. The Orcs haven't had to come searching for us. These two sides have clashed head on. It's made for a nice pace of a battle and fights taking place all across the board. Space Marines, I think, can counter-punch to a degree. We've got a Dreadnought here that's available. Aggressors surviving. We've got firepower that still remains. We've got a chaplain that's no doubt going to be angry enough and searching for combat as well. So we'll go on to turn 2 for the Space Marines next. point out, I attacked with 3 aggressors as there was only 2, so we went back through and put 2 models back. That affected morale. Marty would have passed for the roll that he got, so the 2 that lost from morale are back on as well. So 4 Storm Boys being added back on. So I had depleted their numbers, but actually there's number 4 of those on there. So that squad is still a healthy size there in the middle of the board. It hasn't affected the points that we've picked up for being in the centre of the table with that unit. So we'll press on to move, just that correction, but we'll move now with the Imperial Fists on their second turn. All right, so Imperial Fists, their turn 2. No points picked up for primaries. We hold a home objective, but we need more than that. We need at least 2 to pick up the 4 points. But anyway, pulled out a close combat across here. Mantra of Strength has gone off in the chaplain. He's swung around here to the aim for him is to go into close combat. Bikers have remained where they are. Just holding position here with the heavy intercessors. Captains push forwards. Apothecaries remaining in close combat. Then Hellblasters have pushed forwards, potentially shoot in charge of those. Aggressors have remained in close combat with combat restoratives being used as a regular apothecaries paid a CP and restored a model to that squad. So there now is 3 of those. Lieutenants pulled out of close combat, moved on to the objective. Dreadnoughts moved around the corner, looking to shoot and charge. And then we've gone for behind enemy lines here, just with 1 squad of the Inceptors there across there over in that corner. The other squad we've kept in reserve. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Okay, so we'll go on to the Dreadnought first of all. Onslaught Gatling Cannon across into those, range 24. Fragstorm Grenade Launchers, Plasma Incinerator, and the Icarus Rocket Pod going to go into the Dragsters there. So we'll commit this to an Imperial friend. Ray crosses Orcs and Imperial Space Marines. We'll go Scott Costello for this one. He's a Blood Angels player, so we'll commit with him. So we'll do Icarus Rocket Pod into there first of all. So we're looking at D3 shots of this one. Yeah, heavy D3, just the one. We've breached the terrain, so we're looking at a straight 3+, which is a hit. And then 3 to wound, I believe, because it's strength 7.
Yeah.
And this is coming in at, it's a heavy weapon, so it's just -1.
-1. So 5, yeah, okay.
Okay, so that goes through.
What's the strength?
Strength 7.
Okay, so I do get ramshackle.
Do you get ramshackle? It's damage 2, damage 1. 1 wound caused. Go to the Macro Plasma Incinerator. This is the big one.
He's down to 7.
Use Scott Costello's dice for this. See if he can help out here. 6 would be great. 4. Okay, that's all right. We're looking for 3s. Okay. Then we're looking for 3s to wound. Whoa. Yes. Well, come on, reroll. Would you believe? Try and get a 3+. No. 1. 1 comes through. You've got your invuln save.
I think I'm going to use the artist formerly known as Vij.
Vij, go ahead.
For the Orcish inspiration.
Go ahead. He's an Orcs player as well, actually. Yeah.
Plenty of greenskins on the channel. No.
Okay, damage 3.
And I don't get ramshackle against that. But do you get the extra damage against vehicles?
Not now, because I think we've shifted off of Devastator. Yeah, we're onto tactical, yeah. So.
Perfect.
Okay.
Down to 4.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just realising there's a lot of Patronic Orky friends. It's gut rip, he's got a fan club.
He's got connections.
We'll do the Frag Storms. 6 shots. Need 3s. Need 5s. 1 comes through at -1 for Tactical Doctrine.
Nope.
Okay, just the 1. Again, because we're tapped into the terrain, firing at the boys, just need 3s. And 4s, strength 5. 2 go through at -1.
Oh, well, a 6 up save. So
Wog?
On the boys?
Yeah.
Oh, 5 up. Invulnerable. Yeah, very true. Come on. 1.
Block 1. Okay, 1 boy pulled down. Before I forget them, the Inceptors in the corner. I'm just going to fire into the squad across here. Not hoping to do too much, but we shall fire anyway. Looking for 3s. And these are bolter weapons, so we're going to we're going to explode and add in another 4. Strength 5, toughness 6. 5 to wound. It's not too bad. It's AP -2 in total, and it's 6 of them.
6. if you want to do so, it'll be my 5 up vulnerables.
Okay.
For the wah.
And it's alright, block 2. Okay, 4 wounds taken.
4 wounds taken.
Captain, the mastercrafted bolt rifle, rapid fire range. He's firing into the cover, yeah, so looking for 3s. 5s to wound, nope. Hellblasters next, same target. They are going to pay the -1 though. So we'll pair these up. Just pair these up like so. Okay. Ah, he's in trouble. So rerolling 1 to the captain, thankfully. Oh, it turns it into 2 hits. Captain's doing some work here. Take those 2 away as misses. 3s to wound. And is the lieutenant still alive? Yeah, he's there. He's there. So I'll reroll this one. Oh, and I've got a full house here. Right, so we're looking at the invulnerable help. 8.
Ooh.
And they're going to be strength 8, damage 2. So this is nasty.
So no ramshackle. 5 up.
Yeah.
Ooh. So I've passed half of them.
Yeah, well done. That's not bad.
So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 of them will kill him. And so that's 4
damage on another one. Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
Do you have explosions then? No.
Oh yeah, I do. So I will roll for the explosion. No, that was a 2.
Okay. Phoenix Sword removed. Daniel Cunningham's another one of the Phoenix Sword buggy supporters is gone.
These Phoenix Lords are tough.
Right, so Patronic, Peter Almo firepower. We're going to go across here into the bikers. So the regular single shot heavy options. Looking for 4s because of the -1 hit. 4s to wound. 2 go through. -2, so we'll go down to the invuln save.
My 5 up invulnerable.
Yeah. Damage 2 each time, so it's enough to slay a biker. Okay, so one model gone. The heavy bolter option. Rerolling 1s for the captain, again, helping them out. That's a miss though on a 3. Force to wound. Yes. Now this one's damage 3.
Just 1, was it?
Just the 1, yeah.
Okay. 5 up, I assume. Yes.
Blocked. Got it, okay.
The power of the law.
Chaplain. Nothing from him. They fell out of close combat. They may have pistols. I think they do. We'll have a look. Yeah, they do have pistols. They got a hit, but no wound coming through. And I think that marks the end of our firepower. Just looking across the board here. Okay, so close combat's going to be important actually for the Imperial Fist. They've got combats ongoing and some potential charges to take place to try and relieve the situation at a number of key points across the board. So we're going to charges next. Right, just reporting. Martin's about to roll up for Overwatch here. It's from these. 2 of them firing. This is your number of shots.
I've already rolled the number of shots for the rocket cannons, so this is the number of shots.
So this is Vagabond firepower here. Tronic dice.
Channel the wah. Just the 1.
Wow. This is into the dream.
Strength 8, so 3s. Yep.
Okay.
E2.
-2, 5 up to block. I'll take a Imperial friend. Yeah, Michael Fryer. Perfect. Come on. Blocked it. Damage 3-2. Didn't want to take that. Okay, dropping down to 10.
Wing missiles.
Oh, you still got more firepower to come.
Oh, I've still got everything else, yeah.
Right.
So, no. Makes sense.
Okay. And more stuff? Dakka bits.
Yeah, a lot of Dakka.
Right, well, let it roll up some dice. Right. Whilst Martin's calculating his dice, I'll report on the rest of the charges. So Hellblasters have gone in against the Copter and the Storm Boys. Captain's gone in against the Copter. Crosshair Chaplain's gone in against the Bikers, and that's an ongoing combat.
So I rolled this twice.
Okay, we're looking for the 6s.
Oof. Just 1.
Just the 1. May as well roll the lot together, yeah.
Bad roll. We can do it. Oh, alright, okay.
This is a lot better. Yeah.
And then the extra 1 for this first one.
Yep. 5s.
5s. 1, just 2. No AP.
3 ups. Yep. Block both on 2 4s. Okay, so 10 wounds. Now we're all up charge. We'll carry on with the microfire dice to get this Dreadnought home. Oh, an 8. I think we're in. Alright, so there's no danger of interrupt. Both of us on 0 CP at this stage. Dreadnought's gone in, so we're free to fight at leisure here with the charging units. So, Dreadnought going in, we'll go with him. The 5+ invulnerable save for the Orcs is going to be crucial here. It's 4 attack Space Marines on the charge. And we'll go for Samuel Pennery is an Imperial Guard player, so that will do. But give her 3, this is a big roll. Oof, it's 4 out of 5. I think I'm on 2s to wound. I'm strength 7 base. The fist is ×2.
Yeah.
So 2s. They've all gone through, right? This is pretty big. This is Redemptor Dreadnought, not bad.
Pretty good. 5 ups.
Yes.
I can do it.
Do you want to commit this to a friend? There's still a few left.
I will. I replace one of these with Red Cross because
the Red Cross
I'm a
dice.
Orc player.
Okay. That's if you get angry. Martin's agitated here by this Dreadnought.
Come on, Red Cross.
Oh, block 2.
2.
Right, so I think we're looking at the destruction of one of these vehicles, but the invuln saves prevented the destruction of the other. Without the invuln save, there would have been...
Oh, pretty much both dead.
Yeah, okay. So, because it's going to be... It's 6 plus another 3. So 9
Okay, so
wounds.
this one was on 5 wounds.
Oh, right, fine. Okay.
So
I shouldn't have rolled both those together. I should roll one at a time. I rolled... We just randomised which one went first, which would have been this one, which means the damage would have gone through, and then the other result would have been required to destroy that vehicle.
and
That's
I'll
fine.
roll to see if he explodes.
Yes, go ahead.
No.
Almost, but no.
Nearly,
All right,
nearly.
so one
They're too well
vehicle.
put together, these Orc vehicles.
Yep. Okay, so that's that done. As vehicle remains low. And who is that? We've lost another Phoenix Sword, I think.
We have. That is indeed Andreas Stewart.
Oh, okay, so removed. Okay.
Sad to see you go.
It's a game of last buggy standing, driving. Okay, we'll press on to across here. We'll just move across the board here. Let's do the captain 6 attacks into the copter, looking for 2s. Nice, 2 1s. Then we're looking for
That's 5.
4s then, with the Mastercrafted Power Sword. Okay, 3 go through. They are damage 2, but they'll become damage 1. And then there's
5
the
on
invuln
6.
saves, yeah.
No.
No, 3 wounds taken. Interesting. But,
Down to 1.
down to 1 wound left. Right, go for the aggressors next. Going to put 2 of them into the copter, and the rest into the Storm Boys. So, thankfully, rerolling 1s. Okay. Captain's worked hard, or his aura has been effective here in this game. Looking for 5s to wound. Sorry about this. 666.
Just on the copter.
Yes, so normal armor saves though, 4 pluses. So it's not
And you
impossible.
pass all of these.
And
And I do not.
Okay.
There's a lot of rolling.
copter
Doesn't explode.
gone just about. Space Marines battling like crazy to try and clear their lines here. Now attacks coming into the Storm Boys to try and save the aggressors. Rerolling 1s. Take away the ones that have missed. The lieutenant is close enough, so we'll try and wound on 5s. Look at that. Nothing.
That's more like it.
Tough gits. God. So next, we're looking at the chaplain here. Peter Grant in charge of him. Base of 4. Space Marines on the charge. As Mantra of Strength. And then Imperium Sword. So looking for 2s. Okay. Then we're looking for 3s. We're a Strength 4. +2 for the weapon. +1 for Mantra of Strength. It could even be more than that. And then it's another +1 for Imperium Sword as well. Yeah, no, it's only 1 for Mantra of Strength. Anyway, it puts us on 3s to win. Peter Grant here. Failed with 3. Oh. But these are damaged 3s. This is another big one.
Telling me there's a chance.
Yes. No, I cannot get the wipe out here. 5 pluses to block these. Again, the Warg proving most useful. Oh, no, he's blocked all of them. Chaplain's blundered into a combat here where he could find himself in serious trouble if Martin makes a pile move in this direction. Okay, so now it's Martin's turn to pick a combat.
I think
Must be
I
there.
think it needs to be the Storm Boys.
Storm Boys, here we go. They still get a load of attacks here. 6 of them are going into the aggressors. Base of 2, weapon, and the Warg just gives you the +1 attack. We failed to bring them down, so we'll now be punished for this.
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
With exploding 6s. Oh, that's a lot of 1s and 2s.
Yeah, it's 1s and 2s in that. So I'll zoom in so you can see the combat that's going on. Storm Boys fighting away.
5.
Yep.
So 4s.
Yeah,
That's
we are
not great at
toughness
all.
5. Yes, because they haven't charged. That's right. Goff's not charging now, so it's back to 4s to wound.
So that's only 5 at AP1.
Okay, 4s. Come on, yeah, it's enough to kill one. Or maybe not, because of the apothecary. Blocked!
Maybe I should have killed the...
Probably first, yeah, attacked him first. 2 wounds on one of the aggressors. I'll put them upstairs, yeah. Okay, and then...
we'll go with the knob now.
Knob next, yep.
4s.
6 is popping, would be good.
2s. So 2, AP3.
Oh, yeah. 6s. No.
Just 2 damage each.
Yeah. Feel no pain on myself. 1. 3 wounds taken. So he's over half slain, but still alive. My unit Storm Boys usually gets brushed aside quite quick, but these are holding their own very well. Squad of 15 is a good size.
It is, yeah. I mean, for some reason they're limited to a squad of 15 rather than
20.
20. Strange, but...
I mean, you take 15, you know, anticipate 3, 4, 5 casualties, still have a good size squad of 10. This is exactly what's happening in this situation here. Martin's kicking out tons of
a lot of
attacks.
6s as well. For this one, and then 2 more.
Uh-oh. Now these will be 3s to win.
3s, yeah, strength 5.
Boy, there's a lot of saves here. I'll anticipate, see if I can guess. I reckon 18.
6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19.
19. Okay.
Close enough.
Oh, this is not good. It's going to be 4s as well. Oh, no. Not the wipeout, please. 6 up, feel no pain. Apothecary. Save nobody. Wipeout, they've been destroyed.
Yes.
God, no, that's significant for this battle. Hellblasters, God, they're one of my heavy hitting units for shooting, but they've been wiped here by Storm Boys. God. Bikers will go with those. 3s. 5s. Yeah, just the 1.
1 AP.
Nice one.
5 ups. No.
Okay, win taken.
Bringing down some big prizes here.
5 attacks across this. Is Darren Guard the Patronic dice being used? Bikers have piled in. They're getting all their attacks against the chaplain. Oh no.
This is the normal bikers. Ooh.
Oh boy.
That's not good at all.
Okay.
4s.
They have respect for the Space Marine on the bike.
3.
3 go through though. -1, yeah. I think he gets a 2-up armor save because he has the armor Indomitus. Yeah, it starts at 2 ups. I'm going to take 3 ups here. And I really want to try and keep him alive as much as possible. So Maxwell Knuckles, he's an Imperial player for sure. Okay, average. So 1 wound does come through. So 1 wound been chipped away from him. The armor Indomitus gives him an extra wound. Okay, he's a tough cookie.
There this is the knob. Come on.
Now, this is where this could be dangerous too. Make it through.
And then 2s.
1 makes it through. Okay, and then we'll Maxfield Knuckles the 4+ invulnerable save. Come on, the Imperium. Ah. Yes, I know I could have activated the 3+, but we've saved it for some other time. So 2 damage taken on him. Yeah, 2 wounds. So I expect to do well, the chaplain, but instead he's received some damage here. We'll press on with the rest of these combats. A few left to go, and that's the combat's done. All right, so result of the rest of the combats here. Quite significant, actually, some of the results. 2 wounds being taken. There's a nose drill on the end of this thing across here. I'll zoom in so you can see it, just so that you can see. There it is. I've zoomed in very close so you can see it, but there it is, just on the model. That caused 3 wounds, -1 for the Dreadnought, so 2 wounds coming through. It drops down to 8. Across here, you can see a load of Storm Boys removed from play. That was the aggressors. They got a crazy amount of hits come through. They killed 7, yeah. 8 wounds caused, only 1 inv save passed. So Storm Boys taking a battering from the aggressors. And then across here, we saw the 3 wounds coming through on the Chaplain. 2 bikers lost, loads of wounds caused, and I rolled a ton of 2s. So biker slain and another one brought down. Just the Sergeant Moore, left from the BPP Wargaming squad. As combat's resolved, bit of morale to figure out here for both sides, and then we'll give you an idea on points. Okay, morale. Buses across here, lost a couple more models. There's 4 of them left. I lost 1 model actually and passed all the combat attrition. Rolled a dreaded 6 across here, so the vehicles run off, so that was significant enough. So that's removed from play, picked us up a point as well. So, points coming in for the Imperial Fist, despite not getting any primaries. Overs of moment, 4 points in total at the moment. Potentially another 3 coming through if we hold morale and hold the middle. Then bring it down has been quite good. 3 copters, 4 buggies destroyed so far. So that's 7 points total. And then behind enemy lines, over in that corner for 3 points, been picked up. So 14 points to 11. Martin has a turn in hand. There's plenty of... Well, it's about 12 points of primaries about to come through. I think... Well, have a look. There's going to be some points coming through for that. Green Tide's going to be a good one. Grind them down potentially as well. And Martin said he may well go on the hunt for characters as well to pick up points for assassination.
That apothecary has to die.
Right, okay, so he's here at this stage. We'll head on to turn 2 for the Orks. They're certainly enraged here. Space Marines battling away, giving a pretty good account of themselves here. But the Orks still have units that can follow up and strike. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Orks next. So we're on turn 2 for the Orks. They are in a pretty good position, just about holding this one, holding home objective and holding that one. Remember, we hold 2 now. We regained that one and this one. Martin gets 4 points. He's got more than 2, so it's going to be another 4 points. He's got more than Space Marines as well. So it's going to be 12 points of primaries coming through. So it's going to be costly for the Imperial Fist, despite their dogged resistance here. Martin has better board control, and it really does count. For games of 9th edition 40k. We've got a good spread of play across the board here. Space Marines Orks is always a classic combination. I think the Imperial Fists do look quite at home on this board, although it's not very homely for them here at this stage.
I can imagine there's more red on the board than yellow in terms of the Imperial Fists.
Yes. Blood you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. We'll go on to movement here for the Orks. They're continuing to taunt the Space Marines here. Okay, Ork movement here is pretty quick. A lot of units are tied up in close combat. Ork boys advancing and pushing through the fence across there. Ongoing combat here. Boys pushing up, regular move. They've got a chance at a charge. War boss behind them. Advance to the banner to grab that other objective. And then the vehicles pushing through in this direction. That's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. So we're on firepower here. Mech Specials blew away the biker. It's a good result. So destroying them. That's going to help towards grinding them down as well. Pistols fired across here, no damage done. So, Carry Kunkel firepower. It's going to come from there. He's going to try and bring down the Dreadnought. So Martin's saying some auto hits coming through.
These are the burner exhausts from the dragsters.
Okay.
So, D6 from all these dice.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, and these automatically hit.
Hits as well.
Yeah. Do I have enough dice?
Well, destroying a Dreadnought with exhaust fumes serves him right here for these methods that he chooses to destroy.
It's orky anyway.
It's very orky. Right, okay, he's calculated fast. Here we go.
I'm not even going to count the amount there, but strength 4, so 5 to win.
God, surely he's going to do it. This guy's just stripping rooms away from us.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No AP.
No AP. Right, 3 pluses. I'm going to go for a track help with these dice rolls. And we'll turn to Nathan Paxton, Ultramarines. Yes. What? I can't really complain. I've blocked a good few, but 5 wounds have come through. Dropping down to 3 left. It's working here. The shredding is working. I hope for the Imperial Fist we'll see, but I'm kind of thinking a Brutalis Dreadnought for them with the double fist yes, but not today.
And this is the rivet cannons now.
Right.
I like to think they're using the rivets that actually hold Redemptors together. The sleeve Redemptors from previous battles, shooting them back into new Redemptors.
That's very imaginable here for Orks. So again, 5s.
2 5s. 3.
I was going to say Pop Smoke, but I don't think he can Redemptor Dreadnoughts anyway. 5s?
2, 4, 6. Yep. Strength 7.
Right.
4s. Ooh. 4 at AP -2.
Well. 5s here to block Nathan Paxton here. We blocked 2, so 1 wound left. So what does that mean?
There are 2 damage each, so it just goes down to 1.
Yes.
And they each have a Grot Blaster.
Not Grots, please, no. Not Grots to finish me off.
Hitting
no,
on
please.
4s. With 1 hit.
1 hit.
5 to wound.
Yuck! No.
Come on.
Minus what?
Come on. No minus. It's only a pistol. It's a Grot pistol.
No problem. Oh, God. Live 1 wound left on the Dreadnought. Teeters on destruction here. Good shooting from the bikers, or the buggies, but not quite enough. Alright, these didn't advance, the boys. They can let off a couple of pistol shots. You never know. Just need the 1 wound.
5's to hit.
A hit.
5 to wound.
No, okay. I think they're shooting down. We'll go on to charges next.
Yeah.
Okay, charges taking place. An attempted charge across here, but failed. Boys have gone in against the aggressors. Had plans. Those aggressors looks like they've got to try and weather a storm against a heap of boys. I don't know how that's going to go. Looking at a precarious situation. Charge has gone ahead across here as well against the Dreadnought. Remember, Martin's just chasing 1 wound against that thing. So we're going to roll up on camera here for the potential mortal wounds, which will just kill the Dreadnought off straight away. 4s.
4 plus 1 3 mortal wounds.
Don't even need to roll 3. Yep, destroyed. And the parting gesture I can give would be a detonation. No. Dreadnought destroyed. It finally goes. It's been withered away here with the wounds coming through from the Orks Dreadnought gun. Alright, so boys have piled in. We'll zoom in here so you can see this combat taking place. What a fight there's been for the centre of the board. It's like something at a dawn of war here. With heaps of bodies from both sides. It's the middle that really has been the deadly fight here. Okay, so aggressors, there's a chance here. We'll see what happens. Martin's not been able to get all the models in.
I'll go with the knob.
Knob first,
with
yeah.
the big chopper.
Okay.
Oof.
Just the 1.
3s. Oh,
Yeah, no wound. Aggressors have got
boys.
a lifeline here.
Oh, I see loads of 1s.
This is boys of 7. Boys are able to get in. There's 2 attacks. Chopper. The Wog's still ongoing, so there's another extra attack come through.
So 6s.
Okay.
And then 4s. Oh no, 3s because they charged Goffs and the Wa.
Yeah,
So
it is.
6.
3s to wound.
2, 4,
There's
6,
a lot.
8, 10, 12. 13 and AP -1.
Okay.
13
4-ups. Now we'll go for... Oh, it's desperate times. We'll call upon the Eldar for help. Jordan Russell. I would say the Eldar would hate the Orks more than the Space Marines. We'll try and justify it here. So we're looking for 4s. Yeah, it's Eldar are no friends to Space Marines here. They're refusing to go either way. Look at that. It's virtually average. Okay, just under. Add 6 up to no pains for the Apothecary. He's got a couple. Right. Now, he has actually done... He's done enough to preserve that squad, actually, because that would have been a wipeout without the Apothecary. So good for him. Because that single one goes on the one that's already got 2 wounds, right? Then we've got a dead friend here. And then we've got a wound on another, on a sergeant who we're trying to keep alive. Who's actually Sergeant Midnight. All target support, like so. So well done, Apothecary, keeping the aggressors in the fight, but only just. That's the only charging unit. This unit across here charged but destroyed their target, the Dreadnought being destroyed. So we're free to pick a close combat next. God, Apothecary to a fight to try and keep him alive. Chaplain, is he tough enough to weather the storm? We'll go. Gotta try and give the Apothecary a chance. Chaplain. Tough, very, very tough here. I think I'm on 5 attacks. It's base of 4 +1, the Mantra of Strength, which continues. It's not a fresh charge, and don't get the armor, the Imperium sword. So we're looking for 2s. Okay, looking for 3s. All right, he's done his bit. There's 4 have come through. Now, interesting. You're in 6 up invulnerable save. Damage 3 continues, so tread carefully here. 6s are definitely needed, and there's none. The chaplain has just picked up a wipeout here.
What's the damage?
Damage 3 each time.
So the knob, Breakneck Splat, is alive on 1 wound.
Oh, he's a 4 wound?
He's on 4 wounds.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Breakneck.
Oh, boy. Chaplain was umming and ahhing about whether he should fight or not, and then he got a cry came up from one of the Imperial Fist Marines. Chaplain, have you not a weapon? And he swings it in defiance here. Just Splat left, right?
Breakneck.
Sorry, Breakneck. Okay, Breakneck's still alive. There he is. That's the 2 battling away against each other. Epic fights taking place in this game. Orcs, Space Marines, there's a long history in the lore, and it does translate over into the games for sure.
Okay.
Apothecary time?
Yeah. Ugh. Speaking of Splat.
So regular Storm Boys now. I think they're 4 attacks each still, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh boy. 16 attacks going in against him. Surely it's the end of the Apothecary here. Space Marine starting to look a bit thin on the ground in the centre of the board. In fact, this is really collapsing across here with the loss of the Dreadnought. But anyway.
3s. And exploding 6s. 6, 6, 6. Perfect. 3s to win now.
Okay.
Oh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 at AP -1. Is he long for this word?
Oh no. Oh. 4 ups, right?
Yep, -1, 4 ups.
We'll dedicate it to Nicholas Lucas, Imperial player, Grey Knights, Imperial Knights, Adeptus Mechanicus. Is it even worth trying to roll up a world record for 6s? I was going to try. Look at him. He was patching himself up as fast as he could. God, dear, just ran out of bandages. Okay, so he's gone. Could do a little morphine. Okay, he's removed from play. Oh.
Medic!
One of the last to die, though. I mean, honestly, hard work from the Apothecary there. Resurrecting models, patching people up, giving away his own medical supplies to his comrades, and running out at the end, finally succumbing.
Selfless healer.
Well done to him. Okay, but target destroyed. That's going to help with grind them down as well. You're free to consolidate if you want to go into the captain.
No, I don't think I will. Okay. Funnily enough.
We'll go the aggressor. Do him next. Fighting away. 3s. Oh, none.
Yes. The dream's alive.
Yeah, no, none from him. Perhaps distracted by the cries of agony from the Apothecary. Perhaps knowing that Sergeant Midnight is the last model alive in that area. But actually, he's within 6 inches of the centre, so he might be able to pick up victory points for overs of moments. Very cinematic here, if his morale holds.
You can.
Right, so yeah, he should be alright for morale because he's lost 2 from that squad. It's not over yet for the chaplain. Breakneck. The Splatter. 4s are good. Just the one. Had a chance.
Many wins as your chaplain.
I think he is a 7.
No, there's no reason to reroll. I wouldn't spend a CP on that then.
I think he's got 8 wounds. He's 7 wounds base, and he gets an extra one for Armour Indomitus.
No. I wouldn't kill him anyway. 2s. Yep.
Wound comes through. Oh yeah, because you're a knob strength 5 times 2.
Powerful.
4+ invulnerable save. We'll go for there's one patron left. We'll just roll a normal dice. And we block it. Ooh, chaplain loose. Okay. Anybody else for combat?
No one else is within range of any combat.
Casualties are heavy. Orc casualties are heavy enough, but Martin's been putting the models away, so it doesn't. so we can't see. But for Imperial Fist, there's a mess of models across here. We'll go on to morale again to resolve. Calculate points at the end of turn 2. All right, so morale and points coming through. Breakneck gone. Busted morale with him. Everyone else is okay. So points coming through, just for points that trickled through for the Imperial Fists, we fell back, so we didn't get the point for morale. Did get the 2 points for keeping the aggressor within 6 inches of the centre of the boards, picked up 2 more points, taking us to 16. And then Martin picking up 12 points for primaries, 2 points for holding this objective across here. He now has it just on model count coming through. There's a boy in range anyway, so it's objective secured as well. Green Tide, we've just checked that the FAQ has been changed for that. It's 1 point to 3 points per table quarter. So raking that back to 2 points picked up for the 2 turns so far, so 4 points total. And then grinding them down was achieved. So 29 points to 16. There's not a massive difference between the two armies, but the Orcs have got themselves ahead here. Damage, heavy on both sides. The game's still open. We'll roll on to turn 3 now for what's left of the Imperial Fists. All right, so turn 3 here for the Space Marines. I, again, didn't get anything for primaries. We've been starved here. We've been talking about the overall battle strategy for the Orcs for this particular list. It's worked really well. It's forced us back. It's kept us off of primaries and really starved the Space Marines here in this game. Despite the damage that we've caused and the resistance that's been put up, it means that Martin's been able to have excellent board control in this game. And time's running out for both sides here. As far as resources is concerned, both sides drained of resources. And then time as well as the battle marches on. And the Space Marines keep losing out on primary objectives. We've held our own objective, but the others we've struggled with the Orcs attacking them constantly. Pushed up with these 3. Chaplains, Litany failed to go off. Had a discussion about litanies. It failed to go off, but it is still a recitation of that litany, which means I can't use commanding oratory stratagem to try and recite it again. The attempt has been made. That's quite significant because of the extra damage coming through and would have denied Ramshackle. Yeah, that is huge because instead of damage 3, it's going to be damage 1. Yeah, so that is big. That's a shame for the chaplain. The interceptors have landed across there to try and go after the boss. The others moved on top to fire down in this direction. So they're doing their work at the back there and 4 points available for secondaries coming through for behind enemy lines. So pushed through with these, going 3 inches across the barricades. Captain's moved up a little bit. Lieutenant holding position. And the aggressor bravely remaining in close combat. That's Sergeant Midnight. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, we've got Travis and Gem Firepower. The last patron, we're going to try and gun down the war boss. He is toughness 6. He is hard as nails. I cannot complain because I use all these tricks myself. So we're looking for 3s. It's a good round of shooting and 2 bonus hits coming through. So we'll riddle him with firepower here. I was going to say 5s and 6s too. It's 6, isn't it?
6s.
We'll mark him, surely. As we're an assault doctrine here, so we're looking at 2 saves of -1.
-1. 5 ups.
Yep, 5 up save, 5 up invulnerable save. Blocked both.
The shots just ping off the shoulder armor.
Not another defiant war boss on the channel here. Well done. Okay. And remind us of his name?
Crumpa Splitskin.
Okay. Split skin. It's hard as nails. Right. Okay. So it's only a matter of time before I was tormented by a war boss as well. He's leading from the back this time. Different. Each war boss is different here.
He got fed up of seeing the younger one do everything wrong, so he's here to put a stop to that menace.
Okay. On his own, but we've failed to cause any damage against him, so he remains on that objective. We'll go for more firepower. There's not really too much available here. We'll press on. Yeah, the rest of the firepower has been resolved. It's a pretty good decker from these, and the chaplain picking off a number of wounds. So JP's on 4 wounds, and this one here is on 2 wounds remaining. Ben Shaw. Across here, Lieutenant, Captain, and these all fired into the Buggies and destroy one of them. So there's 2 left. And that's it. So we'll go on to, we shot at the war bosses. You saw firepower from those across there. It's tough enough, and we will not charge. Didn't maybe could try and put a wound on him. We're going to charges next. Right, charges going. I've moved the chaplain in, but Martin is about to overwatch here. It's been declared. Those have gone in, rolled an 11 for their charge, so charging as fast as they can into close combat. Captains join them against the boys and the Storm Boys. Didn't charge across here, didn't fancy getting covered in petrol bombs going in. So across here.
This is the mech specialist.
That many dice. God. Chaplain's in trouble. I had to charge.
Yeah, that's the hits. Strength 5, so 4s. Oof, nearly a full house.
Okay.
5 wounds, AP -2.
4 ups. Yeah, I'm going to activate the Armor Indomitus now. So it's only going to last to the end of the phase, but he's really been hit hard here. These are damage 2.
Damage 2.
I don't know. Okay, 3+ invulnerable save. Oh, it's helped. And I'm going to command reroll that as well. Just to weather this storm. Oh, no. That's 2 damage, right?
2 damage.
All right, 2 more wounds come through. He's still alive. He's got 8 wounds. He's taken 5 so far. So he's...
Big shooters?
Right, big shooters. More 5 about to come.
Just the 1 with a 4. No. And then the burner bottles.
Trying to keep Peter Grant alive here. One of the new Phoenix Lords riding the bike.
So 2 hits and 5s to wound. 1 wound, no AP minus.
2 up. Passed. All right. Okay, charges have gone ahead. We'll resolve these combats. So combat's resolved across the board. Chaplain's taken 5 wounds in total. There's 7 wounds left on this buggy, so it's a fight between these two. Across here, we destroyed the Storm Boys. They're gone. The boys then moved in and put 2 wounds on the captain and destroyed the aggressor as well, importantly. So he's been removed from play. That's something I need to bear in mind for holding the middle ground, because I have to survive the battle round to get those points. Oh. So we'll double check the points coming through. That aggressor needed to survive through to the end of the battle round. And that's it. Combat's resolved across the board. Morale's not going to be an issue for anybody across here. So what we'll do is we'll calculate points at the end of turn 3 for the Space Marines. Right, so points coming through. There's a trickle here. We've done okay on secondaries, but primaries has been a real starvation for us. No points for primaries coming through. Over the moment, didn't need to adjust that. It was my turn. We're starting to hold on to that objective, but the points haven't come through anyway. Well, the centre of the board, so that's fine. Didn't destroy a vehicle unit this turn, so no points picked up for that. Morale, so far so good, a point available. If we can not fail morale on Martin's turn. Bring it down, a total of 9 points picked up now for 6 buggies destroyed and 3 copters. And then behind enemy lines, 4 points picked up by the Inceptors across the other side. So good tactical work from them. 22 points to 29. Martin's got a turn in hand. This could be the coup de grace here, the killing blow potentially from the Orks if Martin can get his units into position for the kill. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Orks next. Right, so turn 3 movement for the Orks. Boys pushing forwards. The potential charge here against the chaplain. If they can reach in, they should be able to clear him out of the way of the remaining wounds. Backing out close combat with the buggy. Banners push forwards. Potential charge. Boys carrying on with close combat. The war boss has turned around to go after the Inceptors to hunt them down. And the buggy's here just shifting across this direction. A couple of inches. 12 points again picked up for primaries. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, firepower resolved. Inceptors took some hits. One of them destroyed 2 wounds on another. That was from the firepower from these. Lieutenants, Martin split his firepower. Martin put 2 wounds onto the lieutenant. Captain took a wound from pistol fire in close combat from the boys of the sluggers. And that's it. So we'll go on to charges next. Right, so charges going ahead. Custom booster blasters have gone in against the lieutenant to try and finish him off. Chaplain. Yep. Okay, that charge has definitely gone ahead across there. It was a double 1 Snake Eyes roll, but the re-roll turned into a 9.
Oh, 2 Snake Eyes.
Yeah, Snake Eyes across there with the, I was going to say the Ripper, sorry, the War Boss.
Insult.
Going across there against the Inceptors across the other side. A Snake Eyes roll, but re-rolled, and the charge goes ahead. So this could be it. This could be the killing blow here.
I'll roll for their impact hits.
Oh, yes, yeah, the 4+.
4+.
Go ahead. No, okay, right. We're going to combat resolution next.
want to use any CP here.
Okay, right. This is attacks coming in against the chaplain.
Yep.
This is boy attacks coming
This is
through.
boy attacks. The knob hasn't attacked yet.
Okay. He's swamped. He's completely swamped by boys here.
Hold
Sure.
back the tide. 300 against the swarm.
Look at this. And look how many are left. They're just queued up. Not that orcs would queue for anything.
And exploding hits here.
Okay.
Done quite well. Strength 5.
Toughness. Oh, the war's over, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just 4s.
Okay. Force.
So.
Even -1 for a base of 2+ for armor indomiters.
10,
There's 10.
12, 14, 16, 18, and -1.
Oh, this is the end. This is the end of the chaplain. Chaplain Grant. I'm trying to get 3s. Oh man, how close is that?
And the knob has yet to attack as well.
I don't care. I'm going to roll a command reroll because I owe it to this chaplain. 3+. We're still in the fight for the Emperor here. 1 wound left. Come on. It's down to this knob who gets a single hit.
Do I want to CP that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got a 4+ invulnerable save. Right.
I'll CP one of them.
No.
2s. Okay.
Yes.
1 goes through.
Patreons are gone. 4+, 50-50 to keep the chaplain alive. We do, he lives. With 1 wound left. Yes, right, I've taken 7 wounds, got 1 wound left, because you get an extra wound for the armor indomiters.
Okay. Do you want to interrupt?
Oh, I can't now, use CP. We've got 1 left,
okay.
yeah, so Martin's free to continue fighting with charging units. So we rolled on the rest of the combats here. We've also resolved morale and we've calculated points as well, so we rolled the turn along here. Boys have been thinned out here. Heavy intercessors fighting away, picking up wounds. With no invuln save, really making a difference. We're in assault doctrines, the AP -1 just chopping through the armour. Captain swinging away and bringing boys down as well with his mastercrafted power sword. Morale fouled, a model gone, another one through combat attrition as well. So the boys
killed from that squad.
Yes, they've taken heavy damage here. Imperial Fist, dare I say it, starting to tip this combat in their favour. So maybe we might be the ones that hold the middle. We'll have to see. Combat across there, destroyed the Inceptors, easy peasy. Yeah. Lemon squeezy with the boss at the back. Crosshair swung and brought down 3 boys with the chaplain. Rao's fine with those boys. The queue continues to try and pick off the last wound against him. So that's resolved. Points coming through. 22 points to the Imperial Fists. Morale, actually, we're going to go 24 points because 23 get a point from morale. And then 47 points here. Strong on primaries once again for the Orks. Nothing for assassination. Green Tide, another 1. Grind, another 3 coming through. So that's really helped. And Martin controlling one of my territorial objectives as well. 47 points to 23 as a score at this stage. I reckon the game's beyond the reach of the Imperial Fists, despite their dogged and most noble resistance here against the Green Tide. But there's a few bits we'd like to see carry on, to see what happens.
It suits the fists. They fight to the last. So
Exactly. Thanks, Martin. We'll press on turn 4 for them next. So movement was fast here. We're just locked in combats just to see this battle through. So continuing to fight across here. Fouled with Litany of Hate to try and help those, but they've moved up anyway to try and save the day. Jumped down across here to grab an objective, but still nothing for primaries, just holding 1. This one's contested. As 4 models for Martin with objectives, we have 3 in the chaplain, so we're not going to get it. It's just about enough. It's interesting now that the Buggies push forward Storm Boys as well, and then what follows up is these large blobs of Ork Boys, and it's just to tie up, destroy, overwhelm what's left of enemy resistance. It's an overall strong game plan here, which really has done well for the Orks. So I'm not sure if I called them out. They've jumped down to them. We have grabbed that objective. Yeah. We're going to shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase, nothing really to report here. Some pistol firepower coming through, but no wounds and trouble caused. Firepower from these. Took a wound from the Warg banner. Going to charges next. Just the 1 charge. Intercessors, what's left of them going in to try and save the day against the chaplain. We'll roll straight into close combat. We'll go intercessors now to try and cause as much trouble as possible. So they're a base of 2. there's a sergeant there as well, and they're charged. Looking for 3s. Oh, looking for 5s. 2 at -1. 2 boys slain. Yeah, again, it's not going to be enough. Look at the absorption here with the Orks. Nice. And that's my only charge. So now Martin is free to pick a fight. It's not an easy choice though. 1 wound to strip off the chaplain, or to fight now whilst the numbers are here with the boys against these heavy intercessors, which are proving to be tough customers. Right, 6 of the boys are going to fight the captain. The rest into the heavy intercessors.
Quite a few 1s, but quite a few 6s.
Yep.
Exactly the right amount of hits. And then
you're hitting on 2s
5s.
because of the banner.
Yeah, exactly. The wild banner being within 6.
Yeah,
5s to win though.
So the AP -1 will help.
5 AP -1.
This is the end of the captain. 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Got him. Captain gone. That's Captain Comiskey. It took a while to get rid of him, that's for sure.
He was stalwart to the end.
It was a noble effort there. He'll be mentioned in dispatches. Okay, and then the rest of the attacks going against...
Just 1 boy.
Yeah.
1 hit.
2 1s and a 2.
No wound.
Okay.
And you weren't.
No, chaplain next. Just normal attacks. 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Killing on a 2s. 3, sorry. And 4, yeah.
Oof, whittling them down.
That's a chaplain grant. Another 4 Ork boys slain. Now they can swing at him.
Nice. Yeah, I'll go with them. Sure, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boys.
Oh, yeah, technically, Martin can fight across here to try and kill the lieutenant.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Do you want me to go with custom boost glasses first?
Right, we just resolved that off camera. No damage on either side. Lieutenant passed 3 saves and did no damage against the Buggies. So now it's kill the chaplain time. Captain's gone. Will the chaplain go?
Chaplain must go.
Okay.
That's a lot of 6s. Okay.
This entire game, Martin's the only one that's known what's going on with his dice.
I don't even know what's going on with my dice.
Okay. So
But I believe it makes sense, so therefore it does.
That's right. So we're looking for 5s to wound. Come on, chaplain, hold.
1, 2, 3.
That's too much. It's
4,
too much.
5, 6 AP -1.
Right, starting on 2+, Roman Domitus. 3 ups. Let's do this one at a time. Yes. 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 No. Yes. And yes. So, I died. Come on, reroll.
I have the knob as well, if that makes it.
Still going to come on, reroll. Same as last time. 3 up. Yes.
So that explodes.
1 hit, yet becomes 2.
2s.
2s. Oh no, 1 and 2.
1 command point.
Come on, reroll. Oh, desperate stuff at the end of this game. He gets the wound.
Come on.
4+. No! He's finally gone.
He's down. The power claw.
Power Claw finished him off. Imagine him swinging the Crozius Arcanum wildly there, hacking boys down. Then an obs sneaks in and gets the final nip that finishes off the chaplain. Oh,
You imagine just on the heel. That's his weak spot.
It is, yeah. Oh, Chaplain Achilles. Thanks very much. Inspiration for a name. Achilles. Whoa. Yes. There's anyone like that in the law yet. Is that Achilles? Think about that one. Some name. Chaplain Achilles. Thanks. Born out of legend. Achilles heel, of course.
I'm here all week.
Well done. Okay. Right, brilliant. Brilliant way to finish. So, an inspiration for a name as all my characters are slain. There you go. That's Warhammer 40,000. I think that's game over. Resistance will now crumble here. But I'm happy enough with the Space Marines. They've given a good account of themselves.
Yeah.
It's been a noble effort from them. They've resisted, but they've been kept back. So, tactically swamped here by the Orks. And so we've lost on points for sure. But damage has been heavy for sure on both sides. So, I mean, the battle's over at this point. This melee would continue on. 3 Marines against the boys. I think we'd finally succumb to that. Plus, there's the support from this thing across here. And the result across here, well done to the heavy intercessors, but it's going to come as too little too late for them at this point in the game. So, as far as points coming in, I mean, it's currently set at 23 points to 47. Martin would get another whole load of points, another 12 points coming through for objectives. Imperial Fists, look across here. Primary objectives, we've been starved out of primaries here. Throughout the game, we've held 1, which usually is enough just to keep some points going through. But for this particular battle, you need to hold at least 2. So that's been the struggle. So there's things to think about. It's a learning curve game here for the Imperial Fists. I need units that can punch through and go aggressive. I can't play gunline 40k here. Even with the Imperial Fists, I've got to have a list here that's able to push through and go aggressive. So that's something to keep in mind. I have been factoring that in for this new list that's coming through. I've talked about Brutalis Dreadnought. There's other aggressive units here for the Imperial Fists I'm planning to add to the list as well. But certainly it's been an exhibition of the current units that are available. We'll think about units of the game next for both sides. Number of contenders for both armies. Okay, number of contenders for both sides. As Martin's saying, it's something Gravis. Gravis was pretty solid here. The captain was strong. The heavy intercessors were good and tough enough as well. So, and then even your aggressor squad also standing in here for the Imperial Fists. I'll give it to the heavy intercessors. Sat here, sniped away. Kicking out firepower, and then a good number of good rounds of close combat from there. They wouldn't take any damage, and then just kept kicking out attacks with the help of the captain as well. So a noble effort from there. I'll give it to those here. It's rarely that they win any kind of prizes in games. Then for the Orks, snaz wagons.
It has to be the Boomdaka snaz wagons.
Yeah.
They were able to kind of punch through your outriders and your own buggy, and then they kind of went up, were able to tie down Chaplain Achilles as he just ripped sheets of metal off them, retreat out, and then a wave of green just slammed into Achilles.
Yeah, that helped cancel out my attack on the flanks. That was a good move, led by the snaz wagons. So not victory points, but units of the game picked up for them. So, end of game. I'll call out the silver level patrons. That's Dawson Backen, Rebecca Fleck, Gilliman's Golden Boy, Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Peter Goodall, Ross Culber, William Schwab, Zachary Lee, Zachary Lyons, and Justin Haig. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Thanks to Martin Crawley for coming along, his debut onto the channel here with his Orks. Good fun list, nicely themed, something we've not seen before, and a strong play style with these that has, in the end, overwhelmed the Space Marines, but it was a tough enough fight here. Casualties
still undefeated, huh? Still undefeated?
Yes, Martin. Yeah, he's still undefeated. He comes onto the channel undefeated, and I was going to say leaves the channel undefeated. We may well see him back, but good work there with the Orks. And have to say, Orks Space Marines is a classic. It's been the most enjoyable battle here. But in this particular game, the Greenskins reign supreme. Their filth now infiltrates and taints this sector of the battlefield. Space Marines swear their revenge. Look forward to seeing the Imperial Fists expand in size. The Red Scorpions as well, aiming for 2,000 points of them. Both armies on commission at the moment with Siege Studios. You can check them out for your own painting commission work. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.